A single handshake in a candlelit room has decided the fate of nations more often than any battlefield. For centuries, secret societies have wielded financial power that makes today's central banks look like children playing with pocket change. These shadow organizations didn't just accumulate wealth. They engineered the very systems through which money flows across continents. Tonight, we descend into the archives of history's most powerful financial cabals. Organizations so secretive that their true influence remained hidden for generations. But before we reveal the society that once controlled the debt of entire empires, let's begin with those who merely toppled governments. 10. The propaganda. Due in 1981, Italian police discovered a list that would shatter Europe's political establishment. Propaganda Due, known as P2, counted among its members bankers, politicians, and Vatican financiers. This Masonic lodge didn't just network, it orchestrated. When the Banco Ambrosiano collapsed, investigators found P2's fingerprints on billions in missing funds. The lodge had transformed Italy's financial system into their personal treasury. Vatican connections ran so deep that the Pope's banker was found hanging under London's Blackfriars Bridge. Some called it suicide, others knew better. P2 had turned secret handshakes into economic warfare. 9. The Skull and Bones Financial Network. Yale University's Skull and Bones appears to be nothing more than a collegiate secret society. This facade conceals something far more sinister. Since 1832, bonesmen have infiltrated America's financial aristocracy with surgical precision. The society's members didn't just join Wall Street, they built it. From the founding of major investment banks to the creation of the Federal Reserve, Skull and Bones alumni have occupied the commanding heights of American finance. Their initiation ritual involves confessing sexual secrets while lying naked in a coffin. But the real binding comes later, when members discover their fortunes are forever intertwined. The society functions as America's financial shadow government. 8. The Knights of the Golden Circle. Before the American Civil War, a secret society plotted to create a golden empire spanning from the Caribbean to Mexico. The Knights of the Golden Circle didn't just dream of conquest, they financed it. Members included wealthy southern planters, northern industrialists, and Mexican silver barons. Their treasury funded Confederate armies and bankrolled assassination plots. When Union forces closed in, the Knights buried millions in gold across the American Southwest. Some caches have never been found. The society's financial network stretched from London banking houses to Caribbean sugar plantations. Their ultimate goal wasn't just political control, but the creation of a slave-powered economic empire that would dwarf the industrial North. Number 7. The Carbonari Banking Conspiracy. In 19th century Europe, charcoal burners carried more than fuel through mountain passes. The Carbonari used this cover to build a financial network that funded revolutions across 3 nations. Members communicated through coded business ledgers and met in forest clearings to exchange gold. Their treasury supported uprisings in Italy, France, and Spain simultaneously. When governments fell, Carbonari members were positioned to profit from the chaos. They didn't just bet on political outcomes, they created them. The society's influence extended to Napoleon's inner circle and the highest levels of European banking. Their charcoal burner disguise was perfect. Who would suspect that men covered in soot controlled the flow of millions? 6. The Thule Society's Occult Economics Munich, 1918. While Germany reeled from military defeat, a secret society gathered to practice occult rituals and plan economic resurrection. The Thule Society combined mysticism with financial manipulation on an unprecedented scale. Members included wealthy industrialists, aristocrats, and the future architects of Nazi economic policy. They didn't just fund political movements, they created the ideological framework for a new economic order. The society's treasury supported early Nazi activities and provided the connections that brought Hitler to power. Their occult beliefs justified the seizure of Jewish wealth and the creation of a war economy. The Thule Society proved that even the darkest economic systems can emerge from secret gatherings. 5. The Committee of 300's global reach. Some call it conspiracy theory. Others know it as the most exclusive club in world finance. The Committee of 300 allegedly represents the apex of global economic control, with membership drawn from royal families, banking dynasties, and industrial empires. Unlike other secret societies, the committee operates through existing institutions rather than parallel structures. Their influence flows through central banks, multinational corporations, and international organizations. Members don't meet in lodges or forest clearings. They gather at economic summits and private clubs where a casual conversation can shift billions. The committee's power lies not in ritual or ideology, but in the simple fact that when the world's wealthiest families coordinate their actions, nations tremble. For 4, the Illuminati's financial revolution. Bavaria, 1776. While American colonists declared independence, Adam Weishaupt founded a society that would attempt to revolutionize Europe's entire economic system. The Illuminati recruited from universities and Masonic lodges, building a network of intellectuals and financiers committed to overthrowing traditional power structures. Their treasury funded Enlightenment ideas and revolutionary activities across Europe. Members infiltrated courts, banks, and trading houses. They didn't seek to control existing financial systems. They wanted to destroy them entirely and build something new. The society's influence peaked during the French Revolution, when Illuminati financial networks helped fund the overthrow of the monarchy. Their ultimate goal was the creation of a world republic, governed by reason rather than birth or wealth. Number 3. The Knights Templar's banking empire, Jerusalem. 1119. 9 knights took vows of poverty while building Europe's first international banking system. The Knights Templar created financial innovations that wouldn't be seen again for centuries. Their network of commanderies functioned as branches of a medieval multinational bank. Pilgrims could deposit money in London and withdraw it in Jerusalem using encrypted letters of credit. The Templars didn't just facilitate commerce, they controlled it. Their treasury funded kings and financed crusades. Their ships dominated Mediterranean trade routes. When Philip IV of France moved against them in 1307, he wasn't just eliminating a religious order, he was destroying a financial empire that rivaled sovereign nations. The Templars' sudden fall sent shockwaves through European markets that took decades to recover from. 2. The Venetian Black Nobility's trade monopoly. But even the Templars paled before a conspiracy that controlled European finance for over 4 centuries. The Venetian Black Nobility represented the ultimate fusion of aristocratic blood and commercial power. These ancient families didn't just engage in trade. They owned the very concept of international commerce. Their palace councils decided which nations would prosper and which would starve. The Black Nobility's financial tentacles reached from Constantinople to London, from Alexandria to Amsterdam. They funded both sides of wars, manipulated currency exchanges, and controlled the flow of exotic goods that European aristocrats craved. Their power was so complete that kings borrowed from them to maintain their thrones. When Venice finally fell, these families simply migrated to other financial centers, carrying their networks and their secrets with them. 1. The Priory of Sion's Millennium Conspiracy. France, 1099. While most secret societies measure their influence in decades, one organization has allegedly controlled European finance for nearly 1,000 years. The Priory of Sion claims descent from the Knights Templar and guardianship of the most explosive secret in Christian history. But their true power lies not in religious mysteries, but in financial networks that span continents and centuries. The Priory's alleged Grand Masters read like a who's who of European genius. Leonardo da Vinci, Isaac Newton, Victor Hugo, each brought unique talents to an organization dedicated to reshaping civilization itself. Their treasury has funded Renaissance art, scientific revolution, and political upheaval across Europe. Unlike other secret societies, the Priory thinks in centuries rather than years. Their influence operates through cultural movements, intellectual trends, and gradual shifts in economic power. Members allegedly place protégés in positions of influence within banks, governments, and cultural institutions, creating a shadow network that guides European development toward their mysterious, ultimate goal. The Priory's patient approach to financial control makes other secret societies look like amateurs playing short-term games. If this surprised you, the next video goes even deeper.